There is a reason they call this the prettiest little stadium in America. Glad to have you with us from Paulson Stadium. Basically, a month into the season, here in Week 4, and teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the Houston Cougars and the Georgia Southern Eagles. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Cougars head coach told me this has been a disappointment all the way around. Everybody thought this team was going to be terrific. Ranked in the top 25 to start the season, getting off to an 0-3 start has been shocking, but he continues to believe they have talent. It only takes one game to right the ship, and that starts today. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Houston ready to boot it deep and get this game going. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Georgia Southern's offense will have the first possession of the game. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And this guy has developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. The run inside. It's Gibbs. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. I wonder how much fun this is for him, the head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions, and how you feel about this, playing your old squad, like it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it, he has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Johnson wants to throw it. Finds his tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. That can be a momentum builder to convert your first third down and also get your quarterback in a rhythm throwing the slant.
That's so nice. You always want to do that. You want to start the game in a good rhythm, get your quarterback comfortable. Slants are easy, timing routes, get a first down, now maybe open it up even more.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. Fighting off the defender.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. He wants to throw it again. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
So the Houston Cougars offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
when the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Right back to the well. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Nine-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. Going to the run, it's Hughes. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this...
Caught! They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
The Cougars trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. He's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. This quarterback, part of their running game. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So that drive covered just 44 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Makes the catch. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Johnson looking to throw. Makes the catch. It's Gibbs. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The Eagles in a good spot here with second and short. The handoff as they run the counter play here. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
On defense, when they line up with numbers and they line up on your side, you're like, you're ready, it's coming right here. And then all of a sudden they mix in counters and they pull one or two guys and go back the other direction. That's a really good job by the offense keeping the defense on their heels.
And the Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed over the middle. It's Helms. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock.
Grabs it. And he's brought down after a nice game. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to run, it's Gibbs. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Sets up the screen. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And whistles as we stop play. A man down, they'll check on him. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Wants to throw. It's Wegman. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Takes a handoff. It's Hughes. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the 2nd drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. You really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Secures it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. And to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Johnson wants to throw it. Fakes the grab on the left. Shakes a man, and he might take off. At the 30. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Using his legs, it's Hughes. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. It's Young. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to run for it. Across the 45. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
3rd down and 2. You know it's time to get physical, and this unit paves the way, Jesse, and gets the big first down.
And this back's got such a burst, too, doesn't he? As soon as he saw the hole, he exploded through it and picked up a huge chunk of yards.
And the Cougars getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. And just too much on that pass. Too high, too wide, out of bounds and incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
So now it's 2nd and long. The hand to the running back. A 3-yard gain there. It'll be 3rd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hughes. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground with the running back. Might have a chance. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football, look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play, nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Murphy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Running inside. It's Gibbs. Picks up the first down. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Pulls it in. It's Helms. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Johnson looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Gibbs. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Out of the shotgun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Plucks it out of the air. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. I don't think he was the primary receiver on the play, but when you get that open, you become the primary target.
You ain't lying, and a great job. Credit to the quarterback seeing it, because you have your primary guy you want to go to first. He sees him wide open, delivers the strike. That's the guy you should hit, the guy that's open. Don't get hung up on that first guy all the time.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll pull it down and run. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Wegman. Trying to make magic on the scramble. First down and more. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll pad the stats as we go to the break. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, welcome into the EA Sports College Football Update Show, the Week 4 edition. So let's dive right in. We begin with a look at Syracuse taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. And it's the Orange, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. This coach knows the importance of that win. It gets him to 2-2 on the year after a nice road victory. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Back now to your game inside Paulson Stadium. It's hardly a secret what this team wants to do. They want to feed the beast, let him run it, and control the line of scrimmage. Ground and pound, and continue to add to this lead in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the prettiest little stadium in America.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Second half all teed up, and Georgia Southern will start it with the kickoff. On the move from inside is 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
Hey guys, the Cougars head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are going to continue to feed their running back. As you know, there are a lot of high expectations on him to start this game, and he has performed. A terrific first half. They are going to get the ball here, and let's see if they continue to go to this running back. He has been a difference maker so far. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're...
Maybe some room here. The 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Houston. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. They're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Murphy. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Off play action on first down. Bringing the heat. Fires on the move. Got a man, it's Gibbs. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Johnson wants to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. This time it's complete. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
The run inside. It's Gibbs. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
They'll run play action. Oh, they're after him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. On fourth down, looking to pass. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, said it, go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
All right, for this offensive line now, you've got to gear up. You've got to really start to hone in, understand that if you don't start playing better and you don't start giving this quarterback time, trailing in the second half, needing to throw, you're not going to have a chance to win.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense got it. They're on the run. Oh, look out on the right. Past the 10. Takes it in. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? On the run, it's Gibbs. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Cougars sideline, there is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball and keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
All right, Holly.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. They want a little extra time to think over this 3rd and long as we've got a timeout. And now there will be no more timeouts for them to use the rest of the way. Quarterback's got to get rid of the ball. That last sack's not on the line. That's on him. Now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Houston will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Gibbs. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Send the tight end in motion. To the air on second down. Finds his man. It's Taylor. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hollins. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Gibbs. And he's dragged down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. They feed him again. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles!
You know, there's some plays where you just have to have it if you're going to have a chance to win a game, and that was one right there for the offense, David. 4th down, and they come up with a massive touchdown, a big-time play to cut into this lead. There's still time left on the clock, but they have a lot of momentum on their side right now.
And how deflating is that for this defense, man? You got them in 4th down. You got the lead. You've got it everything right where you want it. You could almost end the football game, and you give up the big play and momentum back to the other side. That's a terrible play for this defense.
On the run, it's Hughes. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fires to the right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Gets open down the middle. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. He's down immediately, but they convert on fourth down and keep the drive alive.
Fourth down, same as first, same as second, same as third for this offense. Going for it in a big-time moment. Get the big first down. This game, you're running out of time defensively. You're going to have to find a way to get a stop.
Could be an alley. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Looking to fire. The short hands. It's Sanford. There to make the stop, but they use the back in the passing game and pick up the first down. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Back to pass, it's Wegman. A little release to the back. Breaks into the open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. From the red zone, it's Hughes. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. A great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Using his feet. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
The Eagles can really attack on this 2nd and short. Johnson looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
Motion from the wideout. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Finds the tight end. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster.
Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the 1st down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Makes the catch. It's Gibbs. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. And the Eagles come to the line in the hurry-up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quick strike complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Wants to keep it in the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. Johnson wants to throw it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Eagles. Middle of the end zone. He's got it.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance, but you got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game. Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Gonna run it. It's Hughes. This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and they're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just getting the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, you know, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to...
you and I'm trying to sleep. Someone put a sign right in front of my door.
But it's a kick my ass. Yeah.
Do you remember sleeping on the floor last night?
Yeah, I wasn't feeling very good at all.
Why were you sleeping on the floor?
Huh?
Why were you sleeping on the floor?
If my head was killing me. Remember me asking you,
John, do you want me to fill out the application?
I don't care.
Get to the text message where it is.
Huh?
I'll just use your phone when you're done. Or give me your phone, John.
What?
Can you give me your phone?